Hey, this is Daniel, and this is Shifting Perspectives. And the topic today is why you're not progressing spiritually, why you feel kind of stuck in your spiritual path. And I want to offer one possibility, one possible conclusion. And that conclusion is that you don't want to. And I don't mean that as a dig into anything. It's just, sometimes we just kind of like where we're at and we like enjoying what we enjoy. And the thought of the idea that we're going to progress spiritually is we're going to have to give up all these different things that don't really fit with quote, spirituality. So there's this idea that once you dive more into your spirituality or you get into higher levels of it, that you become more pure and more, you don't get to do these things like have a margarita or have sex or stuff like that. But that's not really true. It's really what happens is that you start just making choices on things that really kind of fit with your excitement and what makes you happy. And you find that the things that made sense to do that were very natural habits for you to do fit with where you were emotionally. So when you kind of start looking at the emotional piece of yourself and start looking into that with new eyes and getting different perspectives, you just find yourself not needing or wanting to have that certain thing that doesn't fit with that kind of level of consciousness. And I really want to stay away from that. No, you're above all that or anything like that. It's really not that thing. It's just that you kind of lose interest in it. So before it would be that you had so much interest in getting drunk and getting plastered, and then you grew up some, and then hopefully you didn't have that need anymore. But it's kind of like that, where you just kind of find yourself that you just don't have that. You don't create those opportunities in any opportunities anymore, and you find yourself just not being involved in those things. And then it just kind of works that way. So you start to have less and less, you find yourself having less reasons for or opportunities to engage in things that really just don't really fit with that. And I'm finding something for myself that I've seen every once in a while in myself where I can feel myself ready to launch into a new range of frequency of consciousness. And I start thinking about, oh man, I'm gonna have to give up muffins or cookies and beer and all these things. And so it's really a conscious choice that I've made over the years of just to keep engaging in those things. And it's all cool. It's all like there's no I have to get to this place. I'm not even here anyway, in a sense. If I remember that this is all a dream, then there's no obligation to get anywhere, do anything, become anything. I'm having the experience of this, and I just keep remembering that. Do what's exciting to me. And some in the past, exciting meant, drinking more, having more margaritas or martinis, and it meant, being addicted to triathlons and martial arts and all those things. But now they're not so much part of my desires and my excitement. So, um, it's not really that they're not spiritual things to do. It's just that I'm not so excited about doing them anymore. And so I feel myself on the verge of that new range of frequency that the things that I've been kind of going, no, I really want to um, not eat healthy today, or I really want to have a beer or something like that. It's just, they're not bad things. It's just, I'm kind of finding myself wondering, when is it going to be that I live my life in a more aligned way with what I know I can become, with what I know the consciousness that I can exist in, that I can embody. And I have this feeling that there's another version of me that's existing in that, and it's super clear, super conscious. And it's kind of like a magical feeling of having that realization that it already exists. And I'm kind of being in the energy that I'm in now, and it's great. And I love it. And it's still like this, like the new version is kind of going like, come here whenever you're ready. Come on, I'll be waiting for you. So that's what I just want to kind of give to you and see if that makes any sense to you. And just know that wherever you're at is where you're choosing to be at. You could be completely at the other end of the scale if you chose to be, but you're making choices every day to be where you're at and to evolve at the pace that you're evolving. But there's no real like no law or rule that says you must do this, that you must evolve into higher and higher consciousness. You're having the experience that you're having. So no obligation, no force or no pressure. It's just we know inside of ourselves somewhere that we can exist and have fun and enjoy this other realm of consciousness. So whatever ideas that you may have about what that looks like, you have no idea. But the one thing is for sure, you will be happier than you are right now. So that's one thing that kind of hold inside of me. I'm ready for more and more happiness, more and more joy, more and more abundance, more and more freedom, all that stuff. So it's kind of like, well, when you're ready for that, Daniel, then you'll make these choices. And it's not even the choices that make me a healthier person. It's the consciousness that comes before I make the choice. It's the choice that comes in inside my psyche, inside my head that goes, I want that. And that's where the key point is. The letting go of the beer or the cookies or whatever it is that doesn't really fit, if that's not the thing. It's the choice that I made to progress and to experience this other consciousness. So it's much like when people go through divorce, it's not really the divorce that's hard. It's the choice that we make to be heard or to have a happier life or to be more in an integrity with ourselves. That's the big one. So hope that helps. Thank you. I love you and bless you.